Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, if you guys know about me, One Piece is I would have to say, fourth favorite anime of all time. Now, One Piece. We all know that I am infatuated. I love One Piece. I needed to get this out here. I used to be a One Piece tard. I stated in a previous video that's a couple years back that One Piece to me was my favorite anime at a certain part of time in my life because of the fact that it made me feel so fucking much. And it's like, not only did it make me feel, it made me have nostalgia of old school Dragon Ball. And it was a time that I loved One Piece more than Naruto. And that is the entire source of this video today. Now, let's start off with, how did I figure out about One Piece? My older brother said that Naruto wasn't shit and that you need to watch One Piece. Now, Naruto was on Toonami, so I looked at Toonami, I'm like, okay, there's no way that One Piece can stand up to Naruto because everybody's talking about Naruto, and the only fucking thing I hear about One Piece is on a different network, which isn't as nearly and will never be as popular as Toonami, Cartoon Network. So yeah, so the whole fucking main premise of it is like, on the last piece of One Piece. I'm like, okay. When I was a kid, I couldn't register. Now that I'm older, I'm like, nigga, that shit was hard. And back when I was a little one, I was like, man, this is stupid. They all look like it's just an American cartoon. But then my brother is like, huh. So he played the opening. I'm like, oh my god. And he literally flipped me upside down and cracked me on my head because he's like, how dare you insult One Piece? And it's literally, how dare you call yourself black and not listen to the One Piece theme song? It was crazy. And it was honestly, like, and then I started, he's like, looking it up online. How old is Sanji? How old is Chopper? How old is Brook? And all this shit. And that was back when I was a youngin' before, back when it was on 4Kids. It's like, okay, now I have to watch this. Every single time One Piece came on, I watched every single fucking episode when it was on. Even though I started late, I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna watch this. This is too damn much. My brother came through and he pissed me off because I thought I was so cocky being content with Naruto, but then this shit comes out. Oh my god. And so later on, when I figured out that One Piece is an actual anime and not an American cartoon, that was the breaking point. Now, this era of my life was back when I was getting the uprise of anime. So basically, I didn't know how to stream anime when I was younger, so I only watched it on TV. So my brother told me, yo, if you just want to watch a show, then just stream it. And the funny thing is, I watched One Piece subbed before my brother. That's how much of a One Piece tard I was. When he introduced me to One Piece, I had no idea that there was a dub for One Piece. I thought what I saw was what I was getting. So, and then I realized that, yo, they actually have guns in this show. And all this great shit that One Piece literally showed me when it was in the Japanese version that we can never get out in the States. It's kind of like the same shit with JoJo, you know? Because of the whole fucking point that how oddly it was drawn, how charismatic. But let's go into what made me a One Piece tard. Now, all started back when I was in 8th grade in junior high. 7th grade, because as I recall, Warrior 7, I think came out when I was in 6th grade or 7th grade. Because when I was in 7th grade, I look back and I see shit like Luffy versus Lucci. And I looked at that and it blew my fucking mind. You see, what's crazy about this is I was transitioning into Shippuden. Because my friends kept on talking about it, I'm like, okay, I guess I can watch Shippuden. I wasn't too hyped about it, but I was really hyped. Because of the main fact that it was progressing, and I was watching Naruto, and I didn't really get bored. I just literally forgot about it. See, what happened was, I was watching the beginning of Naruto Shippuden, where Sasori and Chio were fighting, and as soon as So Sora releases his red form is literally when I stopped watching. Not because I was bored, because literally it was not the fact that it wasn't sucking me in. It was the exact opposite. It was sucking me in, but I just forgot about it because One Piece came along and blew my whole horizon. I started watching One Piece. I started rewatching All on Park Saga, and I started looking up the definitions of the character's name, how Sanji has 10 different aliases, 10 different nicknames, you know, not just Black Leg, he has Red Leg too, he has a whole lot of different names that he goes by, but the point I'm trying to make here is, it is because One Piece showed me Luffy versus Lucci, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching Shippuden for when I have Lucci versus Luffy to watch? And that blew me the fuck on, and here's one of the kicker. This is the really crazy shit about why I really loved One Piece, was because I told my brother, I'm like, yo, you need to hop back on One Piece. And that shit was fucking nasty. Because the whole fucking thing, he's like, okay, I did like One Piece back in the day. So 8th grade was when I was a One Piece tour. I watched every single One Piece movie. It was literally, there was a site where you could just download all the One Piece movies, but we were trying to find it online, so because we couldn't find it online, I was so hyped to watch this fucking movie that, I literally downloaded it on the One Piece app, and I still couldn't watch it, so I went to YouTube, downloaded it, and I converted it just so I could watch that movie. I was so hungry for One Piece, it wasn't even funny. Nothing stopped me from watching my One Piece back in the day. And I tried to tell my brother about it, and he's still not watching it. And freshman year goes into high school, I'm like, you still haven't watched One Piece? And it's like, you're the one who put me on, and you haven't seen Luffy versus Lucci yet? It was fucking incredible, because I literally fell in love with One Piece. And also, that's why I got into One Piece analytically, not just as an entertainment show, because what happened is, I didn't watch Water 7. And that's the crazy thing. I was heavy on AMVs back in the day, and you can see that I love making AMVs. But back in the day, I was even more. I was looking at the MEPs. If you don't know what MEP is, that's a multiple project AMV made by multiple YouTubers when they cut and edit the file together. And the whole fucking time I was watching Luffy versus Lucci back to back to back to back with different fucking songs, you know, Fury Up the Storm, hella like epic, and it was just mind-boggling. I was watching Mihawk versus Zoro way too many times, and of course I love Sanji. Oh my god, I could not get enough of Sanji. Sanji versus Absalom. I even, the newest episode of One Piece that came out Japanese Raw on YouTube, back when you used to be able to watch shit on YouTube without stupid ass copyright infringement, it was still there, but not as cringy as it is today. So it's like, so the main point I'm trying to make is, there was a time where I gave up on One Piece. But before that happened, I was so infatuated with it to stuck, and that was my freshman year. So I gave up on One Piece freshman year. So I'm like, okay, so where I left off when I was a freshman in high school was, I didn't watch the entirety of Water 7, because I started it back when I was in 8th grade. And I stopped watching Water 7, but I was able to understand everything goes on, because I saw so many AMVs, I was able to put two pieces together. I'm like, okay, this will happen. Okay, obviously they Robin joined the crew, Luffy fights Lucci, and they save Robin. That's basically it. Oh, and also I knew that Usopp fought Luffy, which is another reason why I love One Piece, because it was an emotional moment that they thought One Piece didn't have, because they had a bunch of comedy, which is also why I can't get enough about OP. And, so what made me stop watching One Piece? Nothing. It was the exact same reason why I stopped watching Shippuden. And Deja Vu, when I was a freshman, I marathoned Shippuden all the way from, I would have to say, back when Shikamaru fought Hidan, all the way at the end of Itachi versus Sasuke, which is when I got caught up to Shippuden. And I forgot completely about One Piece, and because Naruto was blowing away, you see, Hidan Kakuzu changed my life, man. So it's like, I just had this parallel thing where, like, it wasn't that One Piece wasn't good enough, it's just that nobody was keeping me up to date. Nobody was talking about it like how they were talking about the Lucci shit. And you know why? Was because One Piece at that time was transitioning into the new world, and they didn't have a lot of individual fights like they had with the CP9 saga, which is why I loved it. And that's when I kept on watching the tuning exams, not the tuning exams, the Sasuke retrieval arc and the CP9 arc. And there's if you go look at the Ambu Black Knights channel, I can post a link later on that this is a debate I had. Which arc was better, the Sasuke Retrieval arc or the CP9? Because 8th grade I just rewatched those same fights over and over and over again. I just got infatuated with it. So here's the whole fucking thing, bro. So back when I was a sophomore in high school, I was like, okay, like, this whatever. I'm not watching One Piece anymore. This shit's too long. I like doing those 300 episodes, but there's no way after that Rob Lucci fight that I'm going to keep watching it because it just can't be topped. So, let's start off with this, man. So, I get caught up in Shippuden, and Shippuden literally, after freshman year, after the Pain arc, it dick teases me. Because I'm like, what the fuck? How are we going from Pain to this boring ass shit with the 5 Kage Summit? Now, that wasn't boring now that I'm older, but I'm talking about when I was younger. It wasn't as intense as the Pain fight. But, you know, I had to wait for it to really develop. So it was wanking me, and it was like, dude, not only is this not as epic in the canon, but there are way too many fillers of Naruto. So it's like, why? Why am I watching this? And so my brother saved me my junior year in high school. And this all goes back to a previous video I made with the dogs are barking and shit about the lesson that One Piece taught me that Naruto couldn't teach me. And that is, you have to have strength. You can't just have will. You have to have skill and you have to have strength. It's not just believe it. And main character plot armor. Luffy was the main character and he got his ass kicked multiple times. And so what happened was this. So how did my brother put me on the One Piece? He got bored and he just decided to watch One Piece. And so he marathoned it all the way before I was watching CP9. So he marathoned it like around the NL Saga. And he went all the way down into the New World and got up to date within my junior year in high school. And he told me to go watch One Piece. So I'm like, man, I already know about this shit's going on. I'm the one who told you to watch One Piece. So he's like, now I'm telling you to watch One Piece. So me and my brother go back and forth. And I'm like, okay. So what happened was this. I get in a little rut when I'm in high school where I get monitored by people. And I was on thin ice because I was getting in trouble at school. So I had to stay low and I couldn't like really do too much in the streets because I wanted to stay out of trouble. So I wanted to marathon One Piece and I marathoned it from when Kuma appeared all the way to Sabaody, all the way to the Marineford arc. And I kind of stopped a little bit there. And so what happened was this. So the name of this video is The Rise and Fall and Rise Again with me in One Piece. Now, let's go back to when I was in 8th grade when I was analytically sure that I knew almost everything about One Piece. And it didn't take me long to figure out that Brook had another crew before he joined the Star Hat crew. Ryuma was cool. I knew everything that going on because I watched every single AMV. I just didn't watch the exact episodes entirely. But you know what I did do? Going back, and the reason why I named this video, you're going to see it pretty soon. But let's slow down a little bit to junior year and what inspired me. What inspired me to cosplay as... That didn't inspire me to do the actual cosplay. But the lesson behind it is what I fucking learned. So, Kizaru pinned Luffy to the ground. Now, this is my junior year in high school. And my brother is telling me, dude, you need to catch up with this One Piece like I keep saying. So when I'm watching this, I'm like, dude, I love the War of Best. I can't believe Ace is actually Roger's son. And so I'm watching this continuous while Naruto was with all this filler. I get to marathon One Piece. And I was loving it. So basically, this one moment is what literally changed my view on life. And I'm like, because at the time when I was struggling trying to get girls in high school and I could not get one, I did not have the budget as clothes, and I was not able to afford Jordans like everyone else. I wasn't able to afford different shoes for every outfit I wear. And it just tore me apart how spoiled these kids were and how I was getting in trouble. Not because of my social fucking skills, but because literally my fucking wardrobe wasn't up there. And that made a big difference. And I realized that we are fucking stupid. And Kizaru said this. I'm like, everybody's praising fucking Naruto. Nobody's talking about the War of Best. Everybody's like, believe it. But nobody's actually getting real about this shit. Fucking Luffy was pinned down to Kizaru. He's like, Kizaru straight up told him, I don't give a fuck how much drive you have. I don't give a fuck if you say believe it. You can't beat me with guts alone. You just can't. You need to have skill. You need to train. And that is what One Piece taught me that Naruto couldn't. And the funny thing about it is people were saying that it was a contradiction, and it was because Naruto had the demon fox inside him the whole fucking time. Alright? Even and this is something I tried to defend. I'm like, okay, well, how come Naruto beat the Nine-Tailed Fox by himself? He didn't beat him by himself. The Nine-Tailed Fox was already ready to get sealed because Kushina was already inside. So, Kushina saved Naruto. So, that was all fucking scripted, but Kizaru straight up told him what you should tell people in real life. Oh, believe in yourself. No, work hard and get the results, get the feats, and go. Go for it. You know what I'm saying? You go once you give yourself a chance to win. If you go there blindsided like Caesar Sapelli, you're gonna get folded. Do not pull a Caesar is what the fuck One Piece told me. If you're not strong enough, then give yourself a chance to win. So, and that is not the reason, but that's because Kizaru was my boy. And so now that we got that out the way, how did I get caught up on One Piece after all this carnage? Now, let me tell you this one thing. You may shun me for being... You can't claim you're a One Piece fan if you didn't see the New World. Okay, first off, I'm going to make a video that part 1 half of One Piece, to me, in my personal opinion, is better than the New World of One Piece. And I'll explain why in the video. Now, you can shun me now, but I will literally say that 100% in the video, and you might not disagree with me once I actually get that video out. Why part 1 of One Piece is better than New World. So anyway, what happened was this. So, minus Fishman Island and the fact that they are all based off you. My blood brother. So, yeah, so how did I figure out about One Piece? What made me a One Piece star? Now, you're thinking about, okay, so because your brother actually watched the episodes, he knows more about One Piece than you. I'm like, no, that is when you're wrong. There was this thing called YouTube where instead of AMVs, it transferred from AMVs to One Piece theories. And the minute I got hooked on One Piece again, Trifecta, I didn't even need to watch the show because they kept on explaining the storyline over and over and over again to the One Piece theories was Joy Boy Theory. I fell asleep watching Joy Boy Theory the same way I fell asleep listening to Geekdom 101. Now you're saying, oh, that's disrespectful. It's like, no, it's forever in my brain, and they were painting these pictures in my head, and I loved fucking One Piece. And so they kept on talking about the possibilities that could happen in the One Piece storyline, so I didn't need to watch all those fucking episodes because they kept on talking about the same scenes over and over and over again, and I was able to put 2 and 2 together. So what happened was this. So that was my rise again of how I figured out. I'm like, oh, no. You may have introduced me to One Piece, but I did more research on One Piece. So yeah, so me and my brother, now I know more about One Piece than ever because of thanks to YouTubers like Tekken 101, King of Lightning. They all, when I listened to them all, they helped me realize that, yo, One Piece is a god tier anime and is or even better manga when Whitebeard's face is cut off in the entire manga, and why the anime is censored so heavily even in Japan as far as America, with 4 Kids fucked it up even more, and even Funimation. Yes, I'm taking shots at Funimation because the 4 Kids dub had more charisma. Yes, Funimation did a good job. I translated the voices to English, but come on, the white boy Sanji voice versus the suave French voice and the 4 Kids dub. Cause that guy's actually from French and you made him sound plain out white like a skater. I'm like, no, that's not his personality. He is suave. He is not like that. Even in the Japanese version, he portrays it better than the damn Funimation. I'm like, okay. But that's not me. I am fair, but I do like Luffy's voice. As far that's a little bit off topic, I do like Luffy's voice, and the main thing that I have to say is that what got me back into One Piece is the fact that it always saved my life. And you know what? There was a song that got me through the day back when my brother got me in my depression days, which is another video I'm saving. So my brother is like, you want to watch One Piece with me? And that's how I got up to date with the anime. Before Whole Cake, I was up to date at the end of Dressrosa, right before Doflamingo fought Luffy. I literally got caught up at the best time. Corazone's backstory is when I got caught up in One Piece. So from there on, I was watching episode after episode after episode after episode when it comes out weekly, and that's how I got caught up. And listening to Joy Boy and King of Lightning is literally how I got in tune with the manga and in tune with what's gonna happen next. So I was back on my grind when I was in 8th grade, 100%. You know, and that is literally why I have a long history of One Piece, you know? So yes, this is Mootrix, and this is the rise and fall and rise again of me in One Piece.